Welcome to the Sports Council.
Basketball is this turned into a basketball area. I'm not gonna say, I don't know if we can say hotbed, but I'm just saying there's kids in here who can play, and this place isn't overlooked anymore by people recruiting basketball players.
The council is now in session.
With a personality shaped by being an athlete and a background in mainstream sports media, I found that the stories I was most interested in telling were the ones often overlooked, the ones that might not otherwise be told, the ones that show the intangible and not just the highlight reel. The Sports Council is about highlighting the great, the good, the unique, and everything in between in the Pacific Northwest sports world. I'm Jamie Council. Thanks for joining me.
You're listening to the Sports Council on 1340 ESPN, the Tri-Cities leader in sports.
Feed in off the back iron. Brandt pushes it up to Hull. She gives it to Garcia, and Garcia trades it in for two as the Davis Pirates have stamped their ticket to state.
6-4A girls basketball champions.
State basketball is here for high school athletics. A lot of talent in Eastern Washington, including Davis girls basketball. The Pirates beat Eastmont 91-34, claiming a District 6 title after going undefeated in Big 9 conference play. The Pirates enter the state tournament as the 5th seed in the state in 4A.
My name's Akil White, and I'm the head basketball coach of the Davis High School girls basketball team.
And you guys just won your District 6 championship over Eastmont. How does it feel just to have one more thing crossed off the list?
Actually, it feels pretty good. You know, these guys, they went undefeated in league, but, you know, I watched some upsets the other day, like the Wapato girls, and even our boys who are behind us lost to West Valley, and they're still in it, but it really had. I was all a bunch of nerves yesterday because it's hard to beat somebody 3 times, and Eastmont's a good club. It's hard to beat somebody 3 times.
Exactly, where they learned something about you, and what kind of made the difference in that game? You guys put up 91 points. That's pretty impressive. You guys are high-powered.
Yeah, probably made the difference is they came out with focused, and we came out strong early. I mean, we played them about 2 weeks ago, and our first quarter wasn't that good. And so I think these guys, you know, like they said, okay, we're going to have a good first quarter, and that made the difference, you know. We like to get up and down the floor, and if we can get it going early, we usually put up a lot of points if we start going early.
Yeah, and it seems like you guys could have a couple quarterbacks on the team just with how well you guys huck it down the court, getting that stretch pass. It's fun to watch.
I mean, I don't even know sometimes if it's fundamentally sound, but because we try to get them with 2 hands, but they're like, hey, if they're in rhythm and they can get it with 1 hand and it's clean, I let them throw it. So yeah.
And let's talk a little bit about the players in the District 6 championship game. You had 5 players in double digits, as well as have kind of a nice mixture between freshmen and seniors, with Johnson and Galindo, your seniors, and then 3 freshmen rounded out. So just talk a little bit about the players. A lot of talent on the squad.
Yeah, we'll start. I mean, if you start with us, we got to start with Galindo. Ez has been a 4-year starter. If she wouldn't have had a modified COVID season, she probably finishes with 2,000 points. And what's amazing about what she did this year is, like, she scores a lot of points, but as you notice, we don't force the ball to her. We share it really well. You'll see a lot of kids put up big numbers and they're forcing the ball to a kid. That's not how we play. And so the reason she's able to score in rhythm and score within the offense, it's amazing. And then you throw in her leadership this year with the youngsters. I couldn't be more proud of her. Same thing kind of with Lay. I mean, Lay's been a 3-year starter for me. she started out earlier in her career as just this defensive kid, but she's turned into a little bit of a scorer as well. And the freshmen actually help her out defensively because now we're able to rotate multiple defenders on there. And then if you want the freshmen, we can, we'll start with the freshmen. We'll start with Cheyenne.
Yeah.
Cheyenne is a tough player. Her sister's a Division I player. Her sister starts for Boise State.
Okay.
So she's been around high level basketball most of her life. But she's just a motor kid, and she doesn't even care about the points. She gets ticked off if she doesn't have 13 or 14 rebounds or 5 or 6 steals. She couldn't even tell you what she averages point wise. So that's really cool. Avery, she kind of trails it, and she's
such a good 3-point shooter.
And actually, Avery starting to come on late. So I'm really, really excited for where she's going because, she sometimes with freshmen, and all of our freshmen, they have the ups and downs because you're playing against more physical kids. The season's a little bit longer. They're stronger. But Avery has come along late, as have Cheyenne. And then the last one is, our motor, the engine. We call it Issa. She gets us going. She gets us in our offense. She pushes tempo. She scores. Last night she was attacking and she was so aggressive. And she's got that in her. And she's done that quite a few games. But she just kind of, like I said, we'll call her the motor. She gets us going.
Yeah, and I like what you said at the very beginning, that you don't really force it to Galindo. Esmeralda Galindo, she's kind of the heart of this Davis team, a 4-year starter. And earlier in the season, I think I watched you guys against Moses Lake in your Big 9 matchup, and Galindo's taking it up. Yeah, in the District 6 championship, it was Issa taking it up. So It's really interesting that even if you do watch film on you guys, you have a different team or a different attack almost every game.
Yeah, we do. Yeah, like Issa will bring it up, and then Avery brings it up, Leilani brings it up, or Cheyenne even brings it up. And that's one thing, too. You got a 6-foot kid like Cheyenne who can handle the rock. Cheyenne a lot of times will rebound it and push it herself, and that dynamic's real big for us.
Yeah, I saw her take it coast to coast, so it's very untraditional not to have a set point guard.
Yeah. No, we want to get out as quick as possible, and so we actually teach that all of them can handle the ball, so it helps us be a lot more efficient than
Johnson for 3 off the mark. Holt tracks it down, finds Galindo. Galindo stretching it up to cherry-picking Leilani Johnson. Timeout on the floor as it's a double-digit lead for the Pirates.
Fevruary Financial, LLC, helping solve financial puzzles. From proactive financial strategies, retirement planning, income generation strategies, asset protection to life insurance products, Fevruary Financial can help.
My name is Jeanette Fevruary. Life has many twists and turns. I help business owners and professionals be strategic and intentional when building and protecting their wealth. I help solve financial puzzles. Let Fevruary Financial, LLC assist you in your financial goals. Give us a call at 509-528-7097 for a complimentary 30-minute consultation, or visit us at fevruaryfinancial.net.
Hey, if you have hard water, then you need soft water specialists. With their new Symphony system, you'll get great tasting, healthier water that will leave your clothing softer and brighter, your dishes cleaner, and it will extend the life of your appliances. With more than 30 years combined experience treating residential and commercial hard water problems, Soft Water Specialists offers peace of mind. To transform your water from H2O no to H2O yeah, call Soft Water Specialists for a free consultation or visit mysoftwater.com today.
If you've got a winery, brewery, or dairy, why buy industrial parts and supplies from across the country? Central Industrial Sales is your local source for supplies and equipment for the dairy, food processing, winery, and brewing industries. We specialize in custom fabrication, industrial cleaning equipment, sanitary fittings, valves, pumps, chemicals, and many other supplies. Everything's available through our website, by phone, or by dropping by our office. Call 509-375-4032 or find us at centralindustrialsales.com. ChristineConnolly.com.
Have Christine Connolly help you achieve your housing goals and be your genie in a bottle.
As you wish. Buying or selling a home is a huge decision. You need someone that you trust and trust that they know what they're doing. As a second-generation realtor, I know how to anticipate the needs of my clients, and I make sure I'm up to date on the latest real estate trends in the Valley, along with buying programs that clients can take advantage of. I go above and beyond for all of my clients.
Contact Christine Connolly online or on Facebook at As You Wish Houses.
Part of Coldwell Banker Tomlinson.
It's all Big Nine, so these are the top two teams in the Big Nine, Davis and Eastmont, Pilkington and Hull. And Hull will win the tip as the Pirates tip it back to Garcia. Garcia a lane and lays it in as Davis puts the first points on the board. Pilkington, nice timing as Pilkington knocks things up at 2. So these two teams converting on each of their 2 possessions. Corner 3, absolutely on the mark by Galindo. Corner 3 by Esmeralda Galindo. Hardly even touched the twine.
You're listening to the Sports Council on 1340 ESPN, your Tri-Cities leader in sports. We're catching up with Akil White, head coach for Davis girls basketball. You guys have 4 losses on your sheet, all to top 10 teams in the state. A couple of them 1 and 2 between Meade and the 3A 1 and 2 and the 4A Kamayakin. With those young players, you said that they have ups and downs as freshmen might as they adjust. How have you guys progressed from the beginning of the season, all 4 of those losses in the beginning of the season, to the Pirate team that you see now?
Well, we've actually progressed now. 3 of those losses came in the same week. We played Meade, Chiawana, and Kamayakin pretty much in the same week. And, the Meade game was a game we really were excited for because Meade's probably one of the best teams in the state of Washington. Actually, their coach is a Davis alum, so he's a good friend of mine, Quante. And so we scheduled that game in advance, and I knew they were going to be really, really good. We actually had an 8-point lead in that game late, and we were young and couldn't hold on. We couldn't hold on. Chiawana, same thing. We had a 15-point lead at halftime, made some young mistakes down the stretch and went really cold, couldn't hold on. And then Kamayakin, that game for a lot of people watching was a really great basketball game. Kamayakin came out on top, but it was like a 3-4 point game, and it was just a good basketball game. Lane actually told me, because last year we beat them here by 1 point or 2 points. He goes, I guess with us it's whoever's playing at home. So he even said that to me down there. So those games really helped us get battle tested and ready for the Big Nine grind. And then and then we had another loss to Wapato, who was ranked until yesterday was ranked 2 in the 1A. And, a lot of people get into the classification thing, but if you know basketball, the 1A, 2A, 3A, 4, it's really out the door this day and age because all these kids play so much club basketball and different things that we played a B team, Warden, who's got a Division I kid. And they're as good as any team we've played. So it's like, it doesn't matter if it says 1A, 2A, 3A, 4A. Basketball's basketball. And that Wapato team was a tough matchup for us as well.
Yeah, absolutely. And just talk about the level of basketball players in this area. You're talking about, somebody's sisters starting for Boise State, even the starting point guard for Eastern Washington, a graduate from Moses Lake. So just talk about the level of basketball that is in this area.
It's really growing. I mean, it's Central Washington is becoming a place where kids are going off and playing college basketball, and it's really exciting to see. Like you said, I'm sure you're talking about Jamie Loera. She's got a game today, and like Prosser's got a couple kids that have come out of there. Jessica was actually a coach at Eastern Washington, but yeah, basketball is this turned into a basketball area. I'm not gonna say, I don't know if we can say hotbed, but I'm just saying there's kids in here who can play, and this place isn't overlooked anymore by people recruiting basketball players.
Absolutely, not quite a hotbed, but definitely like
I think I was watching your District 6 championship and saying that 6-foot freshmen don't just grow on trees. You have 2 of them, as well as Lane has a couple of them that are coming through the program. And then Chiawana between Rood and Foster. I mean, Rood has 10 Division I offers right now.
Yes.
It's really starting
Exciting.
to climb, and eyes are coming to this area.
Yeah, absolutely. It is, too. It's neat, I mean, even like Esme is a Division I player. She's one of those kids that was a COVID kid. So when I coached her in her first game, she had already went through her first year of school. And so I didn't really I coached her first year because we played, that year was the year we played high school basketball in June. So, there were some things, and there was some things like online that year where kids were going online, and there were some things like, I'll be honest with you, kind of fell through the cracks with her educationally, but she's really improved in the classroom. So she's got some people that have been paying attention to her, and so we don't know where it's going to be, but she's going to play basketball somewhere.
Okay,
Yeah.
so this state run Tacoma Dome is probably pretty important for her.
Yeah, it is. I'm sure, because there's some more eyes. Because even if she has to go, I mean, because she didn't like some of the offers she'd already had, she's talking about maybe going national JUCO for 2 years. She, we've had some kids. I don't know, Tamara Jones and some different people have went national JUCO, and if you put up good numbers there, you can pretty much sometimes have the pick of your Division I college. So that's kind of what she's leaning to, but there's some other options there too.
Yeah.
So, exactly.
That's fun.
I mean, I get phone calls. Last year, I've got phone calls from a lot of people. Like most of the Big Sky called me about her and some different things as well. Yeah.
And you've been here for 4 years in your 4th season as head coach for the Davis girls basketball team. Talk about your progression as a coach and what led you to being a Pirate now.
So, I started out my high school coaching career as a head coach down at Toppenish High School. I was there from 2006, I think, till about 2015. And then I have 2 daughters, and I didn't want to be Coach Dad. So, and actually my daughter was a starting point guard on that LaSalle team that won a state championship 5 years ago. I didn't want to be Coach Dad, but I wanted to watch my kids. So I took some time off. That was always the plan when my kids got in high school. I was going to take some time off. Some people have done it really, really well being Coach Dad. I don't know if I could have done it really well. So my family is really important to me. So we decided, hey, let's have a good family life. Let's not coach her. I'm not going to coach you. But I could coach her in the off season and some different things. So then while I was off, actually Adam Strom, who's one of my best friends, said, hey, you should come sit with me at YVC for a couple years. So I went and sat with Adam Strom and Greg before him, Oldham. So I sat with those 2 guys for about 4 years. And then right when my daughter graduated from high school, actually coincided, the Davis job came open, and our principal, Lorenzo and Bob, I knew those guys, and it's like, hey, this job's coming over. We'd really like you to apply for it. And so I applied, and kind of the rest is history. We've progressed pretty good. We haven't had a losing season since I've been here. We won that first year. We played 11 games because of modified COVID. I think we won 7 games. My second year, we won 12 games, I believe. And then last year, we won 18, and then we're at 18 again this year. So it's been a pretty successful run the last 4 years. So.
And Davis is known for basketball on the boys' side, but now the girls are really starting to pick up that legacy. How cool is that just to see Davis basketball known, but now it's known for the girls this year? Only one of the teams can claim that they were the District 6 champion, and it isn't the boys.
Davis boys are, everybody, if you grow up pretty much in Yakima, these guys, a lot of young boys dream of playing with these guys behind you.
Yeah.
So, and they've got a program, and Coach
no
Juarez,
disrespect to
no
them.
disrespect. Yep. Exactly. Coach Juarez and then Coach Williams before him. I mean, those guys are kind of like iconic around here, and but it's cool. I mean, it's cool because, like I said, I like girls basketball, and I'm a girl dad. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So as a girl dad, you want the girls to be able to represent too, and the fact that we are, it's really, really cool.
Exactly. Where, like you said, it's such a storied program of Davis boys basketball with their state championships and the great players that have come through it. But now the girls are really picking up that legacy where now girls can be like, I want to be a Pirate when I get to high school.
It's funny you say that because we were looking at the trophy case the other day. And now when I came in, there was 0 trophies. Now we got 4. And so we're looking, but it's right next to the boys. And like I said, I was telling my assistant, like, hey, our goal is to fill that thing up like Eli and those guys did. So, that's kind of where we're headed to.
Hull almost got her hand in there. Johnson tipping it. Hull saving it. Garcia there. The ball thrown everywhere, but somehow Davis able to control it. Galindo, step back, draws off the iron, hold there to Garcia, and Garcia with the finish. That's another 2 for the Pirates, 19-2.
Fevruary Financial, LLC, helping solve financial puzzles. From proactive financial strategies, retirement planning, income generation strategies, asset protection to life insurance products, Fevruary Financial can help.
My name is Jeanette Fiore. Life has many twists and turns. I help business owners and professionals be strategic and intentional when building and protecting their wealth. I help solve financial puzzles. Let Fevruary Financial, LLC assist you in your financial goals. Give us a call at 509-528-7097 for a complimentary 30-minute consultation or visit us at fioreFinancial.net.
Hey, if you have hard water, then you need soft water specialists. With their new Symphony system, you'll get great tasting, healthier water that will leave your clothing softer and brighter, your dishes cleaner, and it will extend the life of your appliances. With more than 30 years combined experience treating residential and commercial hard water problems, Soft Water Specialists offers peace of mind. To transform your water from H2O no to H2O yeah, call Soft Water Specialists for a free consultation or visit mysoftwater.com today.
If you've got a winery, brewery, or dairy, why buy industrial parts and supplies from across the country? Central Industrial Sales is your local source for supplies and equipment for the dairy, food processing, winery, and brewing industries. We specialize in custom fabrication, industrial cleaning equipment, sanitary fittings, valves, pumps, chemicals, and many other supplies. Everything's available through our website, by phone, or by dropping by our office. Call 509-375-4032 or find us at centralindustrialsales.com.
Have Christine Connolly help you achieve your housing goals and be your genie in a bottle.
As you wish. Buying or selling a home is a huge decision. You need someone that you trust and trust that they know what they're doing. As a second-generation realtor, I know how to anticipate the needs of my clients, and I make sure I'm up to date on the latest real estate trends in the Valley, along with buying programs that clients can take advantage of. I go above and beyond for all of my clients.
Contact Christine Connolly online or on Facebook at As You Wish Houses.
Part of Coldwell Banker Tomlinson.
Under 4 left to go in the half. Galindo, a nice feed on the back door. Garcia for 2. What a great find. It pushes the pace. Johnson, under a minute left. AB for 3. Got it. Davis girls basketball are the District 6 champions, as well as enter the 4A state tournament as the 5th seed. We're catching up with head coach Akil White. You come into the state tournament ranked 5th in the state, but of course RPI doesn't mean anything. How do you guys approach it? There's a lot of talent throughout the state. What is your mindset with the team you have? Very solid, but also with some of those young players.
Well, what we do is we knew we had a chance. Even last year, I knew I had 2 teams that had a chance to be successful. So during the summers, we got out and we tried to play those guys. With these young guys, we went over to Franklin. They put on a pretty good tournament, and we won that tournament last summer. We got to play some of the teams, and throughout the summer, we kind of seek them out. We played Chiawana in the summer. We played Kentwood and Kent Ridge. We just missed playing Camas down in Vancouver, but we got a chance to watch them, and because they're kind of them and Woodinville are kind of the benchmark for everybody else. Kamayakin is the same way. We've played them, so. The one thing is we get out in the summertime, we kind of try to identify who's going to be pretty good, and we try to say, okay, let's find an event where the majority of them are at, and at least go play them, so we're kind of prepared for what that looks like.
So you already know kind of what to expect.
Yeah, from I don't know if we know exactly what to expect on the state level yet with young kids, but they've had games where they've played against some of these guys.
Yeah, and what about just playing at the Tacoma Dome? I've talked to people where it's different because here you have a wall and sometimes the depth perception with the high ceilings, no behind it, can be a bit jarring to somebody that's never been in that environment. Unless you've been there, you really don't understand what it means of playing in the dome.
No, yeah, those big gyms they're a little challenging to play in. You know, there's a couple gyms, you know, West Valley's like that, where there's no wall behind it. And then there's private gym out here with no wall. So we're going to try to get in some shots, and that, my biggest worry actually this year is 4A girls are first thing in the morning. So you could draw the 8 o'clock a.m. game time. And so that's kind of where we were looking at adjusting, hey, what are we going to do there? Do we need to practice at 6 a.m. this week in the morning?
Yeah, to prepare.
A couple times to prepare for the next week.
Yeah, that's a good thing you bring up. I always feel bad for those teams that come in as a 16 seed and have to play in the loser out game at 8 a.m. and drive all the way over there. And, you know, that's the name of the game. So you can't feel too bad for them because they made it there. But it is a bit jarring sometimes with the luck of the draw.
Yeah, and it's like, you know, we know it flip-flops. You know, 4A girls were in the afternoon last year, so 3A girls in the afternoon, 4A girls will be in the morning, so we're kind of planning our schedule just for that.
Yeah, and how has the community, I guess, rallied around Davis basketball?
It's always been strong. I mean, even with the girls program, they've been pretty strong. You know, it's cool, but we're getting, you know, so we got some more people buying in even more than before with us winning. So it's fun, and I'm just happy for the girls. They deserve it. You know, I don't care about me. They deserve all of the stuff that comes along with making a state run and being undefeated in league.
Well, congratulations on the District 6 championship and best of luck at state.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Pirates play number 4 Sumner at Auburn High School Saturday with a 4 o'clock tip-off. Other schools from this side of the state in action: Gonzaga Prep, the 8th seed, has to face number 1 seeded Camas at Battleground High School on Saturday with a 4 o'clock tip. Kamiakin comes in as the number 3 seed, hosting a Bothell Saturday at 6 o'clock. And fellow Big 9 team West Valley comes in as the 15th seed, playing at Tacoma Community College, facing 10th seeded Bellarmine Prep. Regional games happening this weekend, and then play from the Dome starts on February 28th, with new state champions being named March 2nd from around the state. 3A, 4A in Tacoma, the 1A and 2A in Yakima, and the Bs in Spokane. Best of luck to our area teams, and thanks for supporting high school sports. Well, that wraps up this week's show of the Sports Council. Thank you for joining me on 1340 ESPN, your Tri-Cities leader in sports. A reminder, the Sports Council happens 4 times a month, 11:30 a.m. on Thursdays. You can listen to the show not just over the airwaves at 11:30 on Thursdays, but also on demand at 1340ESPNradio.com via podcast. Wherever you get your podcasts, just search for the Sports Council, and it's also available via YouTube. So lots of ways to listen to the Sports Council and support our local sports community. You're listening to 1340 ESPN, your Tri-Cities leader in sports. Now we go back to your originally scheduled Seattle sports programming.